Discord's Secret Daughter, Chapter 1. The Secret. One afternoon, Discord is sitting with Fluttershy in her cottage, drinking tea as they usually do. Though on this day, Discord seems slightly on second thoughts. Is everything okay, Discord? She asked. Discord sat and thought, but came out of his mind and looked at Fluttershy. Well, all is well, you think, little. What are you thinking about? She asked. I had some dreams lately. My dreams that I play with a foal that reminds me of some pony. While I see the mother at a distance. It sounds like a nice dream. Well, although I can't see who the mother is, there is something familiar about her, said Discord. Fluttershy could see that Discord was thoughtful, but most of all curious about his dream. Maybe you can ask Luna for help. Discord understood that was a solution. Maybe I do, though I want to try to figure out this at first. I understand that. They both continued to enjoy the tea party and talk about something else. Although the dream was still going around in Discord's mind. Towards evening, Fluttershy thanks Discord for his visit. Once at home, Discord made dinner. Even during the dinner, he was still thought about his dream. A little later, he went to bed. It didn't take long for him to fall asleep, but as usual, the dream reappeared. This time, Discord tried to see who the mother was, but he couldn't see really who it was, but he saw that she had wings. But then he saw a faint blue glow and saw her face, although it was a good distance between them. Luna? Discord woke up and sat in his bed, was quite surprised to see Luna, but he didn't know if she was a mother or if she was visiting his dream herself, since she can visit other people's dreams to help them. Discord sat on the bed for a while without saying anything. I have to talk to Celestia tomorrow. I hope she can tell me what the dream means, said Discord. He lay down again and tried to fall asleep, though now it took a little longer time, but he managed to fall asleep. And now he had a completely different dream. Early next morning, Discord got ready to visit Celestia after breakfast, and shortly after he teleported himself to Candlewood. Celestia is sitting on the throne room signing some documents when Discord shows up, and she was a bit surprised to see him there, but she always happy to see him. Discord? What's up? What are you doing here? I came to here because I want to talk to you about one thing. It is for now, Raven Inkwell. It is understood, Your Highness, said Inkwell. Celestia's assistant left the throne room, and Discord walked up to Celestia, who was still sitting on the throne. What can I help with? Well, I had some dreams lately, and I wonder if you might be able to help me. You know, my sister is the one who takes care of dreams. Maybe you should talk to her. That's exactly what I want to talk about. Celestia thoughtfully looked at Discord as he told her. I have these dreams, and your sister has been in the background while I am playing with a foal, said Discord. But the thing is, I had never seen the foal, and the foal wasn't really a pony, said Discord. What do you mean? The foal was half pony and half something else, and I felt a connection to the foal, but I can't explain it, said Discord. Celestia's eyes get bigger when she hears it, and Discord sees that and is quite surprised. Do you know anything about it? No, I don't, said Celestia, but Discord then knew. Celestia knew something about the matter. Maybe Luna might be able to help me to figure out the thing. Yes, maybe, but he's busy right now. Celestia, if you know something, please tell me. I deserve an honest answer. Celestia looked at Discord with a sad look, but said nothing for him to respond. But then he saw Celestia crying. Are you okay, Celestia? Everything is It's fine, but I will explain. Everything was quiet, and the room felt empty before Celestia took a deep breath and looked at Discord. The dream you have is something that has happened in the real life, meaning to you and Luna. What do you mean? The fall you saw in your dream is yours and Luna's daughter. Disco stood there, gaping and staring at Celestia with big eyes. Mine and Luna's daughter? Now you have to joke. I should know I have a child. No, because she was born after you turned into stone. But why didn't Luna mention the baby to me after I could get reformed? It's because she doesn't know about the child either. Discord looked at Celestia and expected her to start saying that she was joking and laughing, but her face expression never changed and she remained sad. So you're not kidding? No, I'm not. It was after she broke in your heart that you took your anger out of the taking over the kingdom from us. She was pregnant when she and you used the elements of harmony against me. That's right. After your daughter was born, I used a forgetful spell on Luna so she wouldn't remember her heart was shattered by you. Discord couldn't believe it, but he heard what Celestia told him. What happened to our daughter? I sent her away to a foster family far away so she could be safe. Celestia looked at Discord with tearful eyes, and she saw that she was really sad. I'm sorry, Discord. Please forgive me. I just didn't want. I just did what was best for my niece. I just wanted to protect her. It wasn't from your anger, but she wouldn't be harmed from your attacks. Discord was silent, which felt like an eternity. I thought it was best for my best friend's sister. But Celestia, if I knew I was going to be a dad, I would have changed my mind. But I wasn't sure if you would. But I had to ask you. But I have to ask you again for forgiveness, Discord. I just was thinking about Luna and my niece's safety. But Discord looked at Celestia without saying anything. Have you told Luna about this? No. After you dispelled on her, I didn't say anything. But that doesn't mean I have regretted all the centuries. It has to bother me even when Luna was banished to the moon. Discord closed his eyes and then looked down the floor. It is probably the best I give me some time to think. I understand. Discord teleported home again, and well at home, he sat on the couch and sank down, thinking of what he had been told from Celestia, that he had a daughter, whom he had no idea, and that Luna was also unaware that she had a child. He began to cry, and couldn't believe that during all these years he was in stone. His daughter grew up without have her real parents, but he wouldn't to find her to become a part of her life. For the rest of the evening, Disco sat on the couch without doing anything or say anything. But he then went to bed but lay awake half of the night thinking about what Celestia told him. The following days, Disco didn't leave his dimension for a week. He used to visit the Fluttershy, who had invited him for their tea party which they had once a week. Is everything okay, Discord? Discord had mentioned something about his conversation with Celestia. Yes, everything is just good. It's just that I learned what my dream meant, and Celestia told me that I have a daughter with Luna. Fluttershy almost choked with tea and looked at Discord with a shocked look as she coughed. Daughter with Luna? That's right. Discord told Fluttershy everything Celestia told him, and she was equally shocked. Have you told Luna? No, I haven't. You should probably tell her. I was going to do that tonight. I hope everything has gone well. Thank you, Father Shy. I appreciate your support. Both are trying to enjoy the tea party. Even now was a bit uneasy after Fluttershy found out about a thing that Discord didn't know about until Celestia had told him. A little later in the evening, it was time for Discord to go. Thanks for the tea, Fluttershy. It's always fun for you to visit me, said Fluttershy. Hopes it goes well between you and Luna. Thanks, I appreciate it. Discord teleported himself to Camelot, where he went to Luna's room and knocked on the door. Who is it? It's me, Discord. Come in. Discord slowly stepped into her room, and Luna sits on the bed reading a book as he steps in. What are you doing here so late? That's the one thing I want to talk to you about. Discord felt a lump in his throat as he stepped towards and popped a chair and sat down. At first, it was quiet in the room, and Discord looked at Luna, who felt it was like an eternity. What are you going to talk about? I will tell you. He starts telling about his dream of the fall, and saw that Luna looked at him with a curious look, but as he began to tell what Celestia said to him, her face began to change from curious to shocked. So you are saying we have a daughter together that we didn't know about? That's right. Luna could see that Discord's crying, and he wasn't lying to her. It's something that he wouldn't do, especially for her, because he still loved her after all these centuries. I can't believe my sister did that, but I understand that she wanted our daughter to be safe. But now I want us to find her. I wanted to say that too, said Discord. We may ask Celestia where, if she knows more, if she knows where the daughter is, said Luna. But I also want to ask you for forgiveness, Discord, that I broke your heart so long ago. She was crying too, and Discord looked at her with tearful eyes and stepped forward and sat on the bedside. He put his paw against her cheek and looked at her. You don't have to forgive me, because I forgive you a long time ago. Let's leave what happened in the past behind us and move on. Luna couldn't stop crying, but she smiled at Discord. You're right, Discord. I want you I want to give us a second chance because I haven't stopped loving you after all these years. Oh, Discord. Discord leans forwards and both give each other a kiss and smile at each other. Discord holds Luna and stays with her for the rest of the night. Early next morning, Discord wakes up as he sleeps on the floor next to Luna's bed. He sees that she's still sleeping. He smiles, sneaks, and kisses on her forehead. It made her to wake up. Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. It's okay. Luna sat up and felt rested, remembering what she and Discord had talked about during the night. She heard Discord's stomach growl. Are you hungry? Yes, I am. Let's go to the dining room and have some breakfast before talking to Celestia. It sounds like a good idea. Both left the room and saw that Celestia was already in the dining room and having breakfast. When she saw them, she was led by the word that Luna would get angry with her, but she noticed that Luna was happy instead. She sat down next to Celestia. Good morning, Celestia. Good morning, Luna. Have you slept well? I have. They enjoyed the breakfast and small talk a little about. But after breakfast, Luna and Discord were ready to talk to Celestia about their daughter. After breakfast, they sit down and Celestia felt they wanted to talk to her, so she stayed. Sister, there's something we need to talk to you about. Does that apply to your daughter? That's right. Okay, what do you want to know? Well, if you had a good growing up, asked Discord. Celestial Nation is silent to think about what Discord and Luna looked at. Well, She had a good growing up and very talented magic, both in Alicorn and Chaos Magic. Since she could control her Chaos Magic already as a little. It sounds like my daughter, said Discord. Discord couldn't stop smiling but when he heard it. He felt proud that his daughter could control Chaos Magic as a filly. Does she know anything about her real parents? Luna asked. No, she doesn't know if you were about her biological parents. Upon hearing this, Luna was sad. But she tried to hold back the tears. But her foster parents loved her so deeply, taught her everything they could, and she is well liked by friends. Is she immortal like us? Yes, she is immortal like us. Luna thought about what to ask Celestia and came up with a good question. Where is her daughter? I don't know exactly. You don't know where her daughter is? Discord was worried when Celestia said it, and he looked worriedly. No, not exactly, but I know she lives somewhere in southern Equestria. We should go go looking for her. I understand that, and forgive me, Luna. I used a magic spell on you to forget your own daughter. Celestia began to cry, and Luna got up from her chair and walked up to her sister and started hugging her. It's okay, Celestia. I understand you just wanted to protect her. I forgive you, Luna, said Luna. Oh, Luna. Celestia hugs her sister, and after they got up crying, Disco looks at her. Celestia, I would appreciate you would keep this a secret even from our friends until we have found our daughter. I promise not to say anything to our friends. I will write to Fluttershy and tell her about the thing and ask her for the same. Celestia smiles at them and Luna smiles back. When do you want to leave? Celestia asked. We leave at 1 p.m. That should give us enough time to get ready. I hope you find your daughter. Thanks, Celestia. We appreciate it, said Discord. A little later in the afternoon, Discord and Luna were ready to leave the castle. Discord carried a backpack on his back with some food. Celestia had come to say goodbye to them. Come back home soon. I promise to come back home again soon. Take my niece home too. We promise to take her home. We will see you again soon. Fluttershy wrote back to me and saying that she won't tell her friends about this. Celestia gave Luna one last hug before Luna and Discord teleported away from the castle in search for their daughter. Celestia looks out the window and looks out the castle garden. Good luck with the search. Celestia looked at the garden and felt happy in her heart that her sister had forgiven her and that she hopes that they will find their daughter soon. Celestia walks back to her room and she sits on her bed, looks at an old photo of her and Luna when they were young, and one after she came back from the moon. Celestia couldn't resist a smile, knowing that her sister is lucky to have Discord in her life, and wishes all the luck in the search. I hope you two will find her soon, said Celestia. Discord, take well care of her. She really cares so much about you. Celestia looks out the window in her room, felt how happy she were knowing her sister was happy for the special sun pony. Celestia remembers the day when she was told by her sister she was pregnant with Discord's baby, and Luna was scared how Discord would react if he found out. Luna, don't be scared, I will be here. But I'm scared of what Discord would do if he finds out about the baby now after I broke his heart. He's so mad at me. I will make sure your baby's safe from him. You promise that? She asked. Yes, I promise your baby will safe from his anger. Luna hugged her sister and Luna and Celestia hugged her back. Isn't there another way to stop him without Element? I'm afraid not. The Element is our only chance to stop him. okay? I just hope it could have been another way since I still love him. I know, Luna, but this is the only way to what's left, said Celestia. Luna and Celestia grabbed the stellar bags with the elements and left to find Discord to stop him from his chaos ray. Celestia remembers it was like yesterday, but she's happy that Luna and Discord have forgiven her from that day. Celestia looks out the window again and feels how the sunlight reaches in, and she feels calm and happy that her sister has forgiven her and that Discord and Luna are back together as a couple again.